Alright guys, welcome back. Fake Woke Frontlines. This is your host, Tarkin. Uh, I'm going to do my normal gig where I'm going to go through a few of the mainstream media, some of the super duper important news that they want us to know, and it's you guys will hear my commentary. I'll kind of tell you guys what's happening because every time I try to show the videos, they try to copyright me and they won't let me play them. So until I can figure out how to do screen cuts and other things, you guys are going to have to bear with me, and this will be my long run on Fake Woke Frontlines. So today is 3/5/2021, March 5th, the day after the 4th, and a lot of these crazy conspiracy theorists thought something big was going to happen. Well, at least CNN did, because that is like all they were reporting on the 4th and the 3rd and the 2nd is new threat this, new threat that, blah blah blah, and it's like they were just shoving it down everybody's throats, and it's crazy because a cyber journalist can't even say the words, foe and letters anon. So, but it's totally cool for the mainstream media to just throw it on. For example, I seen this and it kind of got my skin boiling. Oh yeah, by the way, haven't made a couple of videos because once again I got kids in my life, so my stuff gets hectic on school days and whatnot. And I got a couple hours of free time, so I'm gonna try to hammer out some video, guys. Bring you guys the real scoop and let you guys make your own opinions. And by the way, I would like to thank all the other cyber journalists out there that are doing their part, posting videos, because when I can't make them, best believe I'm out there sharing, liking, doing all that with your guys' videos too. I hope all y'all would do the same with mine. We got to keep it going. We got to fight this narrative at every single lie they spew. There's got to be 50 of us showing another set of opinions. You know what I mean? At the very least, if y'all ain't watching my videos, at least I'm making a record of my patriotism and I ain't going out quiet. We are the silent no more. At that note, my favorite communist news network has a letters anon. Shaman still feels sympathy for former President Trump. And I just wanted you to remember the shaman, he hasn't been accused of attacking anyone. He wasn't vandalizing, stealing property. There's no videos of him smashing anything. He literally was the guy in the big shaman thing, and he got arrested a day after, and he is still in jail. Not that Jacob whatever dude that everybody knows was from Antifa and was just like a fake Trump supporter and got paid $70,000 for his videos where he's saying burn this down. He gets paid. He hasn't spent a single day in jail, right? Even though he videotaped himself smashing stuff and leading a crowd. This guy, the shaman, yeah, he was dressed a little crazy, but he was there praying and singing. And at one point, you know what? I'll just let you guys hear it for yourself. Here we go.
It's Plus and a founder of ... Media. Lori, good to see you.
Oh yeah, this stuck out to me because this is how the mainstream media is portraying these, people that were literally waved in by the Capitol Police. Nobody is arguing that the Capitol Police let them in and that there was an intelligence failure, but for some reason, we're not going after the FBI, we're not going after Nancy and the Sergeant of Arms, Schumer. We're going after the people that were literally let into the building. So, anyhow, let's hear how they attack him. Mind you, I haven't seen them arrest a single BLM person or Antifa person, put them on the news network, and actually question them about their actual violence.
Great to see you too. So there's really one exchange from your interview that just stood out to me. You asked Chansley if he understood that his actions on January 6th were an attack on this country, and he went on to defend himself. I want to play a clip from that.
Well, I sang a song, and that's a part of shamanism. It's about creating positive vibrations in a sacred chamber. I also stop people from stealing and vandalizing that sacred space, the Senate.
This guy looks like totally different. He's in jail right now giving this interview.
I also said a prayer in that sacred chamber because it was my intention to bring divinity and to bring God back into the Senate.
Guys,
this is Etor.
Absolutely disgusting. Now watch how this lady comes back at him.
Back to the Senate. Chansley also claimed that the riot was actually mischaracterized in your interview, and you pressed him, noting that people were injured.
Watch how
and
she
people
comes
died.
after.
How do you justify that?
Yeah, I mean, he kept going back to this line of, I was not violent. I walked through open doors. So I think my take.
Watch how they try to spin this on you. They're trying to accuse this man of participating in violence when there's no evidence of him participating in violence. The only evidence they have is of him at trespassing. And they're trying to put him, he's still in jail right now. They will not give him bail, and they're trying to send him to prison for 20 years.
Sitting across from him, even in this video sense, was that he didn't fully grasp the gravity of some of this. He said he wasn't a part of the violent part, and we had a tit for tat. We just kept going back. He still believes the election was fraudulent, because these are the conspiracy.
Let's jump.
I developed a lot of sympathy.
What was it about Donald Trump that you felt so fiercely loyal to, that you hung on every word and you interpreted his words in certain ways?
I developed a lot of sympathy for Donald Trump because it seemed like the media was picking on him. It seemed like the establishment was going after him unnecessarily or unfairly. And I had been a victim of that all of my life, whether it be at school or at home.
Or right this moment while he's sitting in jail talking to us. I mean, guys, the hypocrisy can't get any deeper. Or can it? Let's listen to how they describe Beijing tightening their grip on Hong Kong. I don't know if everybody remembers this, but, Hong Kong used to be separate but a part of China. And during this whole coronavirus thing, the authoritarian Chinese government has used that to swoop in. And us American journalists, you would think they would be freedom-loving people supporting, the activists and supporting the people that are trying to, spread freedom and keep and hold China accountable to the agreements that they made in the past. This, China was supposed to slowly integrate Hong Kong in a long period of time, and they just decided to use this coronavirus pandemic to lock everything up, lock it down, take over. Arrested tons and tons of journalists. All types of crazy stuff has happened. Let's see how CNN describes this event.
Well, first of all, what are the headlines? What do we expect from the Congress?
A number of headlines, including plans for electoral reform for Hong Kong. Once again, the political fate of the territory being altered by Beijing. Earlier today, it was announced at the National People's Congress that electoral reform plans will be put into place that would make sure that the usually pro-Beijing election committee that usually selects Hong Kong's top leader will be able to nominate and select members of the legislature here in Hong Kong. This effectively cements Beijing's ambition to make sure that Hong Kong is run by patriots, by people who love Hong Kong, who love China, and who...
Did y'all just hear that? Did y'all just hear how they described the authoritarian takeover of Hong Kong? They said, let's listen to it one more time.
Will be able to nominate and select members of the legislature here in Hong Kong. This effectively cements Beijing's ambition to make sure that Hong Kong is run by patriots, by people who love Hong Kong, who love China, and who love the Chinese.
Patriots, guys. Patriots. But are they patriots of freedom-loving Hong Kong, or are they patriots of the authoritarian Chinese government that took over their country, you know what I mean, and used this pandemic as an entire reason to do it because they knew that other countries were too involved with their other problems to get involved in helping out Hong Kong? And it was a damn shame because, that was an oversight Trump shouldn't have let go. Letting Hong Kong go, and now it's going to be impossible to get them back. You know what I mean? But then again, he has been like the only president in like the last several decades on decades that has never started a war. So, maybe that was what it was, because he knew that probably would have started a war. But I tell you what, there's plenty of Americans that are willing to fight and die for freedom, not only on our home soil, but on other soils abroad, so other people that, haven't been as fortunate to be born in such a beautiful, amazing, free country, we are willing to fight and die to give other people and their children that same experience, But thankfully, I feel like there's a plan to hold China accountable. Everybody knows what they did. They are the only major government to date that actually their GDP grew during this pandemic. Like, it grew by like 14%. Everybody else's, the USA, Europe, everybody else's shrank a little bit. You know what I mean? And why is that? Oh, well, maybe it's because the majority of the medicines are made there. The majority of the medical equipment is made there. It almost seems like if I was China and I was in control of all of this, medical manufacturing, it would almost seem like a good idea to create, an event where I could sell a whole bunch of stuff and, almost like having a monopoly because, I have all the factories. It's almost like they were that smart to do it. But we know that they're not that malicious, right, guys? Because they want patriots to run their country. I mean, now CNN is slandering the word of patriots, because a patriot to Hong Kong is not the same thing as a patriot to Beijing. I promise you that, guys. All right, here. So we also have, let's see, 5 hours ago, shocking images emerged from Myanmar as military coup continues. Andrew Cuomo accuser Charlotte Bennett speaks out. Cooper reacts to being targeted by letters anon. Circus stunt Aaron Burnett calls out Senator Ron Johnson. Don Lemon, the Republican outrage machine, is working. Yes, let's click on that one, because this guy, he just makes it too easy. Come on. Let's see what you got, Don.
Don't know what you're supposed to do.
Let's see what you got, Don. I got a feeling that he's going to make an argument that's based off of like nonsense and heartstrings, and he's going to be tugging away and making all types of ridiculous comments. But I don't know. It's not like we haven't watched him before or anything.
Johnson, you remember he wondered aloud in the Senate whether those bloodthirsty rioters at the Capitol were fake Trump supporters or maybe Antifa. And now he is forcing the full reading of hundreds of pages of the COVID relief bill.
Oh.
These are the people who are supposed to serve you.
The people that are supposed to serve you. And now he has the audacity to read the entire bill that these people have to vote on. Doesn't he know that this bill is like 1,000 pages long? Doesn't he know that's going to take all day? Doesn't he know that Nancy Pelosi is going to get her hair blown out and this just does not fit in the schedule? Like, man, how dare you, Ron Johnson? Is that who's doing it? I think it is. All right. But it's pointless, and he should be serving the American people, and he should vote on bills without reading them. Let's continue. We're 24 seconds in, Don Lemon. This is going to be a long 10 minutes if this is how we're going to end this, or keep this going.
Who were elected by the American people, and this is the crap that they're pulling. Just because he can. Just because he can. You should be outraged by that. A waste of time.
You like that? You should be outraged by that. You.
And your tax dollars.
Oh, and your tax dollars.
And insulting.
Being wasted. It's, almost like how they waste tax dollars by putting 60,000 troops around the Capitol, but they couldn't let the National Guard go in 3 hours before when they asked for the National Guard to come in during the riots. It's not like that would have been made any sense. And like if they would have went and stopped the riots, then there wouldn't be 800 people being arrested. The FBI wouldn't be looking like fools finding pipe bombs and not even not even telling anybody until during the riots. That's when they first started announcing that the pipe bombs were there, were during the riots. They came right on and said, oh, by the way, 2 pipe bombs have been found in the area. But they did not say 2 pipe bombs were found in the area the night before that the FBI had been investigating, and they knew there was a credible threat because they had already started making arrests. Don, 41 seconds in.
To your senses. Wisconsin voters, is this what you want? Is this what you want, Wisconsin voters? A pointless political stunt. You know we're in the middle of a pandemic.
It's so ironic when somebody is in the middle of making a pointless political stunt to get clicks and views, lecturing an actual elected person. I mean, who elected you, Don Lemon? Who elected you to give anybody's opinion? Let's see how elected you are real quick. Let's take a little poll real fast, right? Oh, I don't even believe this. He's got 6.4 thousand likes and 575. So that explains it. He was elected by the Twitterati, apparently.
Every second counts when it gets to...
By the way, this has 118,000 views, and it says it only has 575 dislikes. I highly doubt that.
Getting relief to the American...
Stop messing with the figures, YouTube. Let the people see the real numbers.
People. This is the biggest political stunt since...
Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Oh, the GOP so...
The biggest stunt when Ted Cruz read this racist novel, apparently, according to Mr. Twitterati specialist here, that was a huge political stunt. You know, not the assassination of presidents, you know what I mean? Not the 4 years of Russia investigation that you guys pushed, Russiagate, not Pizzagate with Obama and all this crazy, you know, stuff that's going on, you know, in the underspheres, if you know what I mean. Like, yeah, how does this guy sleep at night? He must have an IV full of freaking whiskey, cause
concerned about Dr. Seuss. So let's consider what Democrats are focused on and what Republicans are focused on. Are you with me? Okay.
He said, why is Ted Cruz concerned with Dr. Seuss? Why is Ted Cruz... Has this fool never read the Smeeches? Do they even know why they're getting rid of Dr. Seuss? Like, holy crap, Don Lemon. 1 minute and 23 seconds in. Oh. And they wonder why their ratings are just like horrible. Remember, I'm a twice college dropout. You know what I mean? I'm a laborer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I run a little small business. You know, I hadn't had a cell phone or a computer until this coronavirus. Well, I had a cell phone, but it was for work only. I didn't use Facebook, YouTube, none of this stuff. The reason why I'm doing this is because of you, Don Lemon. Because you are so fake.
Here's some more truth-telling for you. Democrats moving ahead on COVID relief with zero support from Republicans and moving ahead on voting rights in the bill that the House passed last night. The GOP focusing on Dr. Seuss and defending Neanderthals. Seriously. Though, I don't...
Defending Neanderthals? You do realize the Neanderthal... that this was a racist comment made by the president on top of his Indian racist comment that he said the other day, on top of the N-bomb he dropped like 4 days ago. But Don Lemon, take it for his word, guys. He's going to tell us the truth. 1 minute and 40 seconds in, Don.
I don't think they are. Here's what President Joe Biden said yesterday about governors lifting COVID restrictions too soon.
The last thing we need is a Neanderthal thinking that in the meantime everything's fine, take off your mask, forget it.
Okay, and that set the GOP fake outrage machine into motion. Yes, I said fake outrage machine. Right into motion. They really, really, really want to make this happen.
Our fake outrage, yet he's the one that told us that we should be outraged because our elected official wanted the Senate to read the bill out loud before they voted on it, because that is outrageous, not insulting other Americans because they don't have the same stupid woke views as you, Joe Biden, wearing 3 masks even though you've already had both sets of your freaking shots, man. Like,
Neanderthals are hunter-gatherers. They're protectors of their family. They are resilient. They're resourceful. They tend to their own. So I think Joe Biden needs to rethink what he is saying.
What this does.
That Joe Biden is... That was a clip of... CNN took in a clip of Fox, and they were playing a clip of this lady defending, I think she was a senator, defending us Neanderthals.
Marsha. The Neanderthals have been extinct for about 40,000 years. And I'm not sure that they need Senator Marsha Blackburn to come to their defense.
Let's do a little fact check. Not totally extinct, because the Neanderthal gene is still alive in like 1% of the world's population. Today, they still can find Neanderthal genes. So the Neanderthals were never completely, you know what I mean? They were integrated into what is today the human race. So that would be like saying, oh, all the other races that are extinct are also extinct. Like, freaking duh, dude. Duh.
Now, here's the thing. If you don't support the Democrats' agenda and nothing says that you have to, then tell us what you do support. Instead, we've got the GOP's fake outrage machine at work. They just cannot resist. And none of it's based in fact. Right? Like I told you about last night about the Dr. Seuss thing. That they're saying Joe Biden canceled Dr. Seuss and Democrats. No, it was the company that runs Dr. Seuss. It's Dr. Seuss's company who on their own said, this doesn't represent our company anymore. We're going to take these books out of circulation. But fake outrage Republicans had to say, okay, well, it's Joe Biden, it's the Democrats.
Or was it that possibly this company was under immense amounts of pressure by fake woke journalists, fake woke Twitterati, fake woke everybody who's still drinking that Kool-Aid, man? Like, it still says fake outrage machine at work. Is he talking about himself? He's the fake outrage machine? Because I'm pretty sure he's intentionally doing, can you see the outrage? You know what I'm saying? Outrage at your lack of knowledge and the fact that you actually get paid to sit here and spew lies, man. This is what I was saying, guys. This is what makes me an expert, because pathological lying, man, I went through it, I've been there, and I done that. This dude has drank so much Kool-Aid. He dug his hole so deep that, I mean, you know, he's already put on his cement shoes, and he's just looking at what time he's going to go overboard, and he's trying to squeeze out as many little bucks spewing lies and false narratives as he can before your communist news empire collapses, because freedom-loving people don't like your fake outrage machines such as CNN. I'm getting too close. I'm only 3 minutes and 48 seconds. There's no way I want to listen to any more of this, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos, and I can't wait to see your videos, and stay out there, stay busy, guys. It's time to wake some people up and start dropping some red pills. Make it rain, man.